to effect after the Supreme Court in Washington lifted injunctions placed on the ban by two lower federal appeals courts. The country's highest court will decide the ultimate fate of the new travel restrictions against 6 mainly Muslim, Middle Eastern as well as African countries when it hears the case in October.
U.S. embassies and consulates will no longer approve visas to people traveling on passports from Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, Syria and Yemen unless those people can establish a bona fide relationship with someone or something in the United States. This will include a parent or a spouse, a child, a son or a daughter-in-law, a half-sibling or a stepchild. But under the new rules, entry will be denied for applicants based on the following relationships: grandparents, grandchildren, fiancés, aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews or cousins. People traveling for business would require that the relationship with a U.S. entity like a university or hospital must be formal, documented and formed in the ordinary course rather than for the purposes of evading the executive order.
This is the protection of the nation from foreign terrorist entry into the United States. We all know what that means. Protection of the nation from foreign terrorist entry into the United States. That's big stuff.
The ban will exclude people from the 6 countries already in possession of travel documents to the United States.
The implication on the ground is actually not as severe, I think, as it might at first appear, because the number of people who will be affected by this narrow version of the ban is much smaller. I think it's a complete mischaracterization to say that this is in some way a victory for the administration. What they're being allowed to move forward with here is really, the smallest sliver, the kind of faintest shadow of what they originally set out to accomplish.
The Supreme Court indicated that the ban did not cover those refugees who can credibly claim a bona fide relationship in the United States. But what that bona fide relationship is for people with no connections to the country remains to be seen. Sherwin Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.